Is it March Madness already, or what's going on here at the Midwest Podcast? Welcome back, everybody. I'm sorry I have been away. I don't know what episode we are on, but I don't think I can even tell you what episode we're on. But I mean, there's a lot in politics, but you know, it is March Madness coming up, and it's quite interesting. We're gonna see who's gonna go to the final round. Well, I mean, that could be our topic today, but it is Friday, and I thought, well, yeah, you did see that bill to ban corporate campaign donations shall commence committee. Yes, I was on that committee, and yes, I made it on the Minnesota legislature. But for the people that don't know, I'm opposed to the bill. I'm not for it because the Representative Greenman said they had a problem in 2009. They had a problem in 2024. It is 2026. Why bring these bills forward now? Oh, wait. Because somebody is in office. That is Trump. Trump is in office. And I made that very clear at my speech, is because if I support, I support the ban corporate campaign donations, but I cannot allow you bring forth a bill when you're only doing it when a Republican president is in office. And precisely that would be Donald J. Trump. Okay? You didn't bring it forward during the Harris administration. Why did you bring it forward to the Trump administration? It makes a lot more sense, people, because they just don't like Trump. They were passing bills to get rid of ICE in the state of Minnesota in the Senate. Well, it's not gonna pass in the House. So I think they know that the bills that the Democrats are going to bring in the House are going to fail miserably. You know what I'm trying to say? Miserably? Whatever. Miserably. Because it's a tied Senate. It's tied. So it's going to be miserable for them. It's just the stuff like this are not going to pass. And 99%, Governor Walz ain't going to sign off on a bill to ban corporate campaign donations. Because how was he going to pay for his mansion in North Dakota or South Dakota? I don't know. I don't care where he's moving, but he needs to go. Like, go. So, that is why he will not ban this at all. See, the problem is with that type of bill, it's really not going to work as much as people want this bill to work. The bill is not going to work. Not one bit, not one idea. And if you have just joined me on my podcast, let me tell you, we're not talking about politics. We have to talk about March Madness. March Madness starts on St. Patrick's Day, and I want to know, who is your guys' team going to be? Mine's going to be Alabama. I will not be putting Minnesota in. Mine will be Alabama because I was born in Alabama, so I will be doing Alabama. But I always had to ask that question for people for March Madness, is who are you guys going to be putting in for 2026? I don't know what I'm going to be putting in, folks. But I really think I'm going to go for Alabama for this one. And the reason why I'm going to go for Alabama, because I bet my, who did I beat? Darn it. I bet somebody in my family, I bet. And no, it was not in my family.
Kick out. 5 seconds.
It was not in my family. I can tell you that for a fact. It was not in my family.
5 seconds. Illinois has to get
and
off the
why on earth are we having this being played for us, boys?
5 seconds. Illinois has to get off the shot.
You would stop this?
What is going on? Well, it doesn't want to listen to us today, but I'm going to be picking.
It's not worth compromising. That's why with farmers,
we know you're going
quality
to
and savings.
They're having issues with the thing today. You can see it right there, but I am going to go for me to pick out a team for March Madness. I'm going for Alabama. Because, sorry, I was going to tell. Was it no, it was a therapist of mine. Okay, it was a therapist of mine. I said, you better put down Alabama because they are going to win and make it to the final round. And he goes, no, I'm going to put down this team. I come back the next day and I'm like, hey, dude, what did I tell you about Alabama? It's like, he goes, Nate, how did you know? Because if you listened to me, you would have not fell out so fast. So I said, put down Alabama, and Alabama made it to the Final Four. And it was just like, dude, listen when I say listen, put down Alabama. So, I can tell you that March Madness is going to be something fun. But yeah, I always put down Alabama every time. But I am going to see who's going to make it to the final. The Final Four. And I don't know what I'm going to say. Minnesota ain't going to do it. Minnesota, I will be surprised if Minnesota makes it to the Final Four. They never make it to the Final Four. They're just National College ACC division. March Madness is just not the fun. It's not really fun. But it's fun for me, but for Minnesota, it's not fun. Because they never make it. They never make it. They're like, we're last place and everything. That is the one thing that I just laugh about, is that we're last place on everything. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to root for Minnesota. But like, you lived in Minnesota for 26 years. Like, no, I'm not going to root for Minnesota. They lost so many times during March Madness. So that's why I will go for Alabama. But I'm excited for March Madness. I'm not buying TV. I will tell you that for a fact. I'm not going to be buying TV. But I am pretty happy that March Madness starts right after St. Patrick's Day. So, and if you guys go, because people are saying go Spartans. I'm for Alabama, you all. Totally for Alabama. But if people are ready for March Madness, I'm still ready for it. I'm like hella excited. Yeah, I'm drinking water because my voice is dry. So, but let's get into something. And I think this something is going to tick a lot of people off. And I kind of want to go with this question. And we're going to go for it. What is it? It's that Iran war debate. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Because this is what I'm going to say here. And the reason why we're going to talk about this thing is because we need to make clear that you guys know your history. Because none of you are getting this war, as you so call it, right. Or this conflict when wars were made, you know? So, my question is, when was the last time that Congress declared war? I'll tell you. World War II, after December 7th, 1942. Or 1941, I don't care. 1941. This is what I have to make. Oh, it was 1942. Darn it. Guys, stop. I don't care. 1941, 1942. Congress declared war in 1942. All right? That is the last time that Congress declared war. So why are we calling all these other wars? Let me repeat this again. Why are we calling all these other wars? But you're asking, Nate, why is that? Well, I'm going to tell you why is that. Because didn't I say that Congress only declared war once? And that was 1942, after the December 7th. That's when Congress declared war. Can you find me an article that Vietnam Congress in the United States declared war on that? Can you find me an article about the Cold War? Did Congress declare war on the Cold War? Can you find me an article when Congress declared war on Vietnam? Vietnam War, as we call it, or as you guys call it. The Afghanistan War, was that declared under Congress? Congress passed a bill. I don't remember the bill of it, but Congress never declare war. Let me repeat this again. Never declare war with all of those battles I listed. Now, here we go with this one. With all those battles that I listed, when Congress never declared war on them, what are they called? What are they called? We have to have a name for them, right? Because it's not war. We have to have a name for them, right? Because it's not us going and being gone for a long time. It's not a war. What is it? It is not a war because I said Congress did not declare war on it. So, ask me this. Congress did not declare war on that. I know there was some bill that they passed. I don't remember it. Giving the president such powers until 60 days and stuff. Or something that he could declare war on anything. But these are not wars. All of those things that I listed was when Congress declared war. None of those things that I listed were wars. Guess what they were? You ready? This is going to blow your mind. They were conflicts. They were military operations. Yeah, they weren't a war. So when we're going out here and saying, hey, there's the Vietnam War. No, you tell somebody, oh, that was a military operation. It was a conflict. But you know what they're going to say back to you? Well, no, that was a war. And ask them, when was the last time that Congress declared war? They're going to think about that for a bit. They're like, but they're going to come back to you and say, well, no, it's a war. Ask them again, when was the last time that Congress declared war? They should know the dates, right, people? They should. But they say, oh, I took history class. Oh, did you take history class? When was the last time that Congress itself, declared war? But it was a war. They're going to keep arguing that point. It was 12/8, 1941. The December 8th, 1941, Congress declared war. And the president signed out for that, and there was a draft. There you go. That is the only time that Congress declared war. So how is the Afghanistan war a war? Ladies and gentlemen, if we do not teach children history and what the Constitution is, near in the future, our kids are going to go nowhere. Good Lord. Excuse me. Whew. Our kids are not going to learn anything. They're going to get so mixed up because this propaganda that is spilling out on them. People don't know when the last time Congress has declared war. People do not know the Constitution. People are not, they're gonna say, guys, it is kind of getting scary right now. People are not literally learning anything. So, why on earth are we talking about a war when Congress has not declared war? Why are we talking about it? I think we're talking about it because Democrats like to use the word war a lot. It wasn't a problem when Hillary Clinton said, let's go bomb Iran, right? It wasn't a problem when Obama said, we're going to blow up Iran into smithereens. That wasn't a problem, correct? But now it's a problem that Trump is doing a military operation. I really don't understand you people. I don't understand the brain cells that you guys have to be a Democrat and be that, be that idiotic and be such an idiot. Liberalism stands for something. Lack intelligence. I don't know. It stands for something. It's a lack of intelligence. Liberal. Lack of intelligence, I don't know. But that is who you guys are. Just a lack of intelligence. It's what liberal is. It's... Let's just look this up. Liberal. That is so funny. Hold on. Liberal. That better be a freaking joke. No, okay. Liberalism. Guys, I'm looking at like this and stuff, and the stuff that I'm like really... Huh. I'm looking at all these other stuff, you all, and it says liberal stands for what? Can't really show you right now because I'm... They're not really giving me anything when it says stands for liberalism. Okay, let's see. Liberal. Let's see what liberal is. Liberal, lack of intelligence. Why is this not even working? This is supposed to work, you guys. And I'm running a podcast and I'm failing miserably. Liberal, lack of intelligent. It's not even showing up. Well, because I think I know why. It's TikTok. That's the problem. It was TikTok. No, it was not TikTok. It was Google. TikTok. It was supposed to be on TikTok, but that is why TikTok is not allowing me to search it up, because I was on Google. So, yes, I was searching for that TikTok video. So, there you go. That makes a lot more sense. Yes, I was searching on TikTok. But I can tell you this. We're not in a war with Iran. We're not. We're in a military operation. So before you guys get all yourself bunching the pennies, we're not in a war. We're not. If we were in a war, we would be drafted. Plain and simple, drafted. So stop listening to the mainstream media and start working on opening your eyes to stuff. Because there's a lot of stuff that are going to be coming out. There's a lot of politicians you think that we're really good that have a dark, dark, dark past. This is Nate Dogshine signing out. God bless.